Don't forget. That's great. So great to see everybody. Thank you. I'm going to mute everybody now. If that's okay. Yes, the people just came in. Just settle yourself in. I'll play A again. So you're A. Hi, Diana. Hi, Mati. So this is new things for us to add this prep week, and then there are so many things we could do which we couldn't cover in the 3 week structure, and then for me from second violin second violinist perspective, um, to me the perhaps the most important things to play second violin part in the quartet is um, physically as relaxed as possible at any time so that you can observe and you can react. But I'm sure it is same for every part. But like we, so our mind have space to to observe our ears, and then and also physically you can respond as quick as possible for whatever happening on the stage. So a lot of the things what I want to do today is actually scale, but I thought we can kind of tune into the world of each movement. Four very distinct character in this music, and then I'm sure so many people have ability to speak another language, and if you go into another country speaking another language, you will pick up the natural things, natural subtle mannerism difference. So it's a funny thing. So when I go to Japan, in the plane, I'm sitting, and at the moment I sat on the plane, my posture goes this way because in Japan we bow a lot. It's a very subtle thing. But when I'm sitting on the plane, then suddenly I go this way, so I start bowing. But anyway, so I thought we can just kind of tune into the world of each movement. So therefore, we kind of analyze and then kind of figure out what kind of bow stroke we need for that particular character. So the very first things I wanted to do is third movement. So minuet a la Zingaritz. And it's always a question of how do you want to do this Zingaritz character, and then is it really rustic or is it a little bit I don't know, just how, and it's a type of sortando, but also yeah, like there are so many ways you can do it. Haydn is playing Haydn. It's always, I think it's good to have kind of rustic quality. But anyway, as you if you hear our rehearsal and then our recording, you can see that we use a lot of open string. So we don't shy away from the brightness quality. So if you can just experiment, well, cellists don't have it. Cellists don't have no cellists have A. What am I talking about? If you can just kind of get in a world of this ring of A string, quite fast bow stroke. Think about 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. How about D? So just tuning to the world of minuet a la Zingaritz. Okay, now can we do? Good. focus on the characterization and then listening for the overtone. Now we'll just go into the 1 octave scale. The challenge is any stopped note you want to play as clean and as ringing as open string. So that's as pure as possible, as ringing as possible, as clean as possible. Okay, so let's do yeah, but like really try to imitate the ring of open string. Yeah, okay, ready, go. Go down. Okay, right. So let's play dotted minim. So let's think about forzando then. Bum 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 bum. You know, that's forzando coming in this movement. So think about forzando for every downbeat, and then this is dotted minimum. So 1 2 3, 1 2 3, ready, go. So really take this opportunity to listen to your sound. Yeah, listen to your sound and be gentle to yourself. It's the kind of a process of be gentle to yourself and working out. So really internalizing what you are doing and the capture and then physically go towards producing the really satisfying character, you know, what it means to you. Okay, so if we can play that every note, sorry, I'm looking at the second violin part. But if we can play every note with that kind of ring. So I just play every note, no rhythm. But if you're not looking at second violin part, you can play your own part. But shall we just experiment? Still the same idea. All the stopped notes as ringing, as clean, and then as bright as possible. Ready, go. Okay, so let's just play this first line. 1 2 3, 1 2 1. Okay, that's harder, isn't it? Harder than playing single note. But let's do it again. 1 2 3, 1 2 3. So it's just a process, and I like using scale because I could be non-judgmental when I play scale. When I play music or musical phrase, you know, I have all sorts of, oh, I want to do this, or I want to do this. That's great, but like, you know, we have to have kind of neutral mind to be kind to ourselves. Then, oh yeah, that's not working. So that's one thing. Okay, let's do the trio. Perhaps we can just play the first line of the second violin part, or in here non-cello part, but bum, 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 bum. Now this we approached very classical, so here we can think about Mozart. U shape, right? Also, right. So, in which case, let's do that in the scale. Okay, really kind of cute, delicate. Yeah, but still the same element. Every note as clean, ringing, as open string. So if you're not sure, then go back to the open string. And then really listen to the vibration of your instrument. Make sure your everything is relaxed when you're doing that. Sorry if you hear my dogs barking. Okay, let's do in the scale. Ready, go. Go down. I think there are various techniques to do it. For me, when I had a stroke like that, I am very aware of my fingertip of the bow. So, and then, yeah, and then fingertip, the sensation of fingertip at the bow sort of as light as possible. I mean, it's there, but... And another things I would say is, if you just you can just kind of give a little gentle rub on your another hand, so this part really as relaxed as possible. Okay. Yeah, so Sue said much harder to get ring for FNC. Yes, there are certain things, maybe instrument, your own instrument, or certain things it's perhaps your left hand being tight at that point. But it's good to observe, and it is possible to observe those things if it's in scale. Okay, thumb tip on, okay, let me read. On bow themed, especially in bow. You mean the bow thumb for the bow? Yeah. Yes. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. So yes, you have to make sure that your thumb is relaxed. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so if that's okay, I'm gonna go back to second movement. So here I will use D major. So if you let's play the first 8 bars. I'll play the second violin part, but if you're learning first violin part, you can play first violin. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Da-da. Let's do it again. Okay, so the characterization of this movement, un poco adagio e affettuoso. Any realization for both speed, both pressure, that sort of aspect? Jeremy, I couldn't read it. Oh. Yeah, if anybody have any observation. So I noticed that I am more aware of, let's say, like resistance between bow and string on any moment. So it's almost like I'm touching the surface of furniture like this, like really feeling the every wood feature of it, like so. Well, straight. Ah. Thank you, Jeremy. Again, I'm holding the bow really light, and then really feeling the vibration of of the string. So let's do open D string. I had a quartet mentor who taught us to do meditate in D. Like we just kind of meditate, but like we go really like inside of the sound. I don't quite do that on Zoom and here, but again, listening for your vibration for this character, can we do the D minor 1 octave scale in that character, and then that sort of slightly slow bow speed. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Like ready, go. Yeah, really, again, think about the character, the mood you are in for this movement. For me, like it's really somber, and it kind of almost a little bit like a religioso type of sound, pure, but like it's a darker vibration comparing to not Ungari's, Zingari's character. Okay, let's do it again. So let's pause a little bit. Like that. Ready, go. So like as gently singing in this scale. One more time, singing in the sound. Ready, go. Let's go back to the first phrase. Okay. 1 and 2. Ba-dum. Da-dum. Yeah. Do you feel a little bit slightly more in control for the with the bow, for the kind of sound? Okay, let's play variation 1, which is a second violin tune, and then duet with viola. I wonder if we could play this phrase, this one without without rest. So what I mean is, like that. So that rhythm is part of the melody. Yeah. So we don't play cha cha cha. So let's just play everything legato without rest and then without repeat. 1 and 2. Okay, so let's do it again. So experiment how freely you can use the bow. This is slightly related to the kind of things I wanted to talk in the first moment, but how much you can experiment for the bow speed and the contact of the bow. I perhaps I will go slightly more detail next week in the sectional, but I want you to experiment and then having the same kind of sensation and awareness to a ring and a resonance from your instrument whilst you're observing your physicality as well. Okay, let's do it again. Okay, 1 and 2. Save them. So most of you play straight bow, like for little children, and then I'm sure you when you are learning as a kid, you are told to have straight bow, and then we have you all have straight bow, and then we have to have the element of slower bow closer to the string, and then lighter bow. So we just experiment that an open string. So just have faster bow on the tasto. Quite fast bow speed. And then come closer, middle. And come really close. Just before breaking point. So if you want to keep relatively same dynamics, I'm going to experiment the same thing in the first movement, but if you want to keep relatively the same dynamics, if you are at closer to the bridge, you use lightest pressure and little bow, right? And if you go to the middle, you can use a little, still lighter, but a little bit more bow. And perhaps around here, it's kind of easiest. And then here. So the older different sound is a combination of bow speed, bow pressure, and contact point. The various combination of that. And then depending on the musical expression, you choose certain thing. But I think it is a really great one for you to explore what makes sense for you, the way you want to sing, and then how freely you can go in this area. I wonder, I'll play the only first section one more time, but maybe if I'm here, maybe perhaps you can observe a little bit better for what I do. Obviously, I have to work on much more to be precise to what I want to do. But all I would say at this point is just go experiment and then just kind of be aware of how you can change color. Okay, so same kind of issue, but now we're going to the first movement. Maybe I'll check the chat box. Punked, yeah, the dot. I see. So this strike or punked, is that in the old Peter edition? Is it?
It's in the new Peter's edition.
Oh, it's in the new Peter edition. I'm missing out. Okay.
Yeah, the last note of bar 1, 2, 3, 4, and similarly at the end of every phrase has one of these strich marks.
Yeah.
And I noticed that you played it full length, which is fine. But I just wondered what to understand by the strich mark, and you obviously hadn't seen it if you're not looking at that edition.
Well, I'm looking at the Peter's edition, but I was looking at my part. It's oops.
It's a general issue with Haydn because there doesn't seem to be any very easy way of understanding what he means by it.
Because like if you just want to have really short answer, sometimes short and sometimes long.
Yeah.
Or sometimes, and then but that the explanation which works for me. Somebody said to me at some point is that Haydn, if you play the phrase without dagger, there is certain things you would do. Haydn want something different. So I don't want you to pay attention. So like it could be sometimes short, sometimes a little bit more accent, or sometimes emphasis, sometimes color. That explanation works best to me. But we have huge discussion to do with Simon Roland Jones this, on this course, isn't it?
The comment I just put in was about the color changing that you were talking about, and about the use of the, the contact points and so on. I mean, we talking with Katie yesterday, we were talking about what this word affettuoso means: tender, loving, gentle, something like that. And I think this, that's what this coloring is all about, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's in the particular affettuoso world. It's amazing world, isn't it? Now, how are we doing? Time management. Good. Okay, not too bad. All right, first movement. So this amazing simplicity. Simplicity is a good word. I'm not sure, but it's so good to be able to pay attention for every single note on the piece like this, and then just continuing the similar things which we did in second movement of bow distribution, bow speed, and the contact point. So if we just get the general pulse of bom 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 ba da. By the way, you see the rehearsal clip, which Leo does the pulsation bom 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 all the way, which is really useful for everybody. So I like that practice myself. So I really recommend that for you to. I will touch that in next week's sectional, but today I I wanted to do. Let's take D. So stop to D, I would say, because that's the we have to find the color of stop to D. I think for this movement. So it's not. I mean, it still have the warmth of open. We have to find a mix of slight vibrato, and it still let the instrument ring, but it's a warm D rather than sorry, my tea. Open string character. So if we take this position of bum 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 bum, and then let's do so fairly in the middle, light. So let's try that. Ready, go. A little bit of like kind of speaking voice, la, 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 that kind of sonority. Now I will do the same things using two bars in one bow. What I mean is let's do the 3 bars. Ready, go. Okay, now we'll do the 4 bars. So let's do it again. Let's do 4 bars, 3 so 4 bars, 4 bars, 3 bars, 3 bars, 2 bars, 2 bars, 1 bar, 1 bar, and then try to keep relatively the similar dynamics, and then again like see what happens for the contact point and then lightness of the bow, that kind of things. So start from the most difficult one, so which is 4 bars. Ready, go. So do you feel that like slower you go, you have to be closer and then lighter, and then you are able to use a little bit more pressure coming from your finger as you go to smaller units. I would control the pulsation with a finger, especially for the longer part. No, it's not precisely finger, right? Let's say. Now I got confused. Let me think. It's a combination of finger and then thumb. To me, yeah. But it's really great month to be able to observe each one of our kind of setting, and then simple things, but come back to the kind of basic, but in a really musically inspired way. Okay, I wanted to do the difficult triplet to start practicing, but just following on the similar kind of sound word idea, I'm gonna skip to the last movement. So here the character, you know, just utmost joy, happy, brilliant, yeah. So let's take the character. That one. So let's play D major scale in that character of dagger. I'm talking about bar 5, 6. So we'll play that scale in that character. Okay, let's look at the second violin part of bar 15 up bit. Bottom, 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 that bit. So let's do the with the character in mind. Okay, ready, go. Okay, so next scale and character things I wanted to do is a character of 21. Bottom, bum, bottom, bum, bum, bottom, dun, dun. So if we can do D major octave, Okay, like that. Ready, go. Always, it's not great to do the public octave explosion, but never mind. But ba-dum, pum, pum, ba-dum, pum, pum. Precision of dagger. Ba-dum, pum, pum, ba-dum, pum, pum, ba-dum, pum, pum, ba-dum. And then sound quality wise, it's just similar things which we worked on the minuet. Yeah, every note as bright and open as open string. Okay, let's do it again. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Vibrato. Okay, this is really good. So let's do it again. So make sure your left hand is relaxed. Yeah. So it's not, oh, yeah. Try to see if you can vibrate those octave. Okay. 1 and 2. Okay, good. Next thing is this character. But first, let's do the stroke. So you have to find the perfect spot, right? So depending on the register, but you have to find the balance point where it has the natural articulation. So for my D string, it's around here. So if I'm sure many of you know this, but if you examine where your where is that for me? Where your balance point is on your bow, and then usually that's usually good place for, let's say, A string. Is it? Maybe D string. Maybe it's good place. This experiment, it's good for middle string. That your balance point is good for the middle string, roughly. And then from there, lower string, you go slightly lower part. And then for the upper string, is it? Yeah. So I'm talking about probably that much difference between my G string and my E string. Yeah. So it's still roughly around your balance point, but it's good to examine so that you can use your arm weight and everything efficiently. So it's for the second violin part, for the register, it's really important to know exactly where balance point is. Because you need a powerful stroke. So let's find that. and then so once you find it, because it has a natural articulation, you don't need to play any of the string or anything. You just need to play taka taka taka, and then it sounds so it sounds as crisp as possible. So that's not off the string. I'm on the string, but it sounds off because articulation it's there naturally from the bow. Yeah. So we have to find that spot for that. Okay, and then one more kind of variation of scale things I want to do for this movement is so it's just because we have that things, yeah. So yeah, and then pom pom, those two apple. Imagine that you have dagger, dun 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 dun. Imagine that you have dagger, so it's like as crisp and rhythmically as precise as possible. 1 and 2 and. Let's do it again. Sorry, am I going too fast? 1 and 2 and. Kind of place semiquaver in one motion and the left hand right, ba da da da, ba da da da, da 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 da, da 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 da. Left hand is light, no tension. So imagine that your left hand is a typewriter, ba da da da, ba da da, and then. So bow is incredibly active, yeah, sparkle, yeah. Okay, let's do it again. Avoid the string crossing, so just do a little bit of shifting. Okay, 1 and 2 and. I think we did loads of exercise today. Okay, let's. I didn't mean to touch any particular passage, but this F arpeggio for the second violin part, first movement, 166. But by the way, I did the bowing I put on my marked parts. I did practice that, and then on the spot of recording, I got muddled up. That wasn't enough practice. I got muddled up, and then I just played everything. did I say? And that kind of thing happen all the time, on the spot. Oh, it doesn't work. But anyway, so that's not fixed bowing at all. And then kind of, slurring of triplet. I don't know. Katie talked about it yesterday, or Katie's going to talk about it next week. But that's another huge issue, huge thing, and so many possibilities. So I'll leave that. But for the kind of fitness and then exercise sake, let's play the. It's my annoying. Let's play that passage slowly with the F drum. Okay, ba 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 ba. Ready, go. Again. Okay, ready, go. Okay, bar number, sorry, Imogen. It is first movement 166. Okay, ready, go. So we are doing intonation and then kind of fitness for the sound, but if we can sort of sing and then relax, and then aim for the top note. Ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da. Again, it is a little finger, so it is weak. So if we can kind of focus on that. Wait, no, that's not what I mean. That's it. Okay, let's do it again. Ready, go. Okay, one more time. Ready, go. Good. So this is a good one to do slow practice for second violin part. It is it is. It's just not kind of natural key. So talking about key tonality and key, it's really great to work on Op.20 No.4, so we can explore a lot of the color and a lot of the kind of how to produce the sonority of that key, D major, D minor, with this instrument. Villiers is working on the next piece now, 50 No.4, and the F sharp minor. So when it goes to that, like, you know, people who worked 135 Beethoven know it. When you go to that sort of key which doesn't have the reference of open string, you know, it just presents another challenge, and then it's a great color. So but if we can kind of explore how much different characterization and then different kind of vibration, openness, or like the kind of even a virtuoso character in second movement, you know, how much we different color we can explore in the way we play the instrument. I think we can equip a lot of kind of, yeah, it's like we will equip a lot of painting skill, you know, like we will have different kind of stroke, different kind of paintbrush in our hand. That will be great. So thank you. Is there any request question? I'll take that now. Thank you, Colleen.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah, please.
The passage we've just been doing, it will be tons harder to do it in half position to start with, but it will be very much brighter and in sort of in character with the key, possibly. I'm not suggesting I'm ever going to do that.
In half? Ooh, I didn't even think about the George.
With lots of...
It's not bad color at all. It's kind of it will cut through better, isn't it? Than second position. But it's harder string crossing. That's a good point. Yeah. Thank you. I will explore that.
Yeah, your homework, Tamaki.
That's good. Yeah. Any other comment, suggestion, request, question? Yeah. Michael, yeah, play in second position. Yeah, I always play this in second position. I didn't even think about that. Yeah. I always played in second position. Yeah. Okay. Anything? No? Yeah. Well, thank you very much. Yeah. Oh, Jeremy comment. Really good to talk about sound production. Yeah. So much to do. Half means F on. Half means F on. Wait. F on E. Yeah. I think that has different brightness, isn't it? It's definitely harder string crossing to play on the half position, but it is potential, I think. Yeah. All right. I'm here if you want to speak or say anything personally. But thank you very much for joining.
Thanks very much, Tamaki.
Thank you.
Thank you ever so much. Great.
Thank you.
Yes, lovely.
Thank
Great
you.
session. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tamaki.